Hello and welcome to the chapter Data Handling. This is the part 12 of this particular chapter, and today we are going to discuss about the statistics module in Python. See, before this part we have already discussed other two modules, the math module and the random module as per the syllabus, and today we are going to discuss the third and the final module as per the syllabus, which is the statistics module in Python. So let's begin with the syllabus. This is the syllabus. Out of the syllabus, we are going to discuss the topics which are highlighted in red here. So let's get an overview or an introduction to statistics module. Now, this module is used in Python for calculating mathematical statistics of numerical data. Now, if from some numerical data we want to extract certain information like mean, median or mode, then for doing that we require a module which is known as the statistics module. Statistics module basically works on a group of data and gives us a result as an output. The functions within this module takes a group of data and work upon them as per the function used. Now, in the previous two modules like math and random, the functions used to take only one value or one variable as an argument. But here the statistics module, what it will do, it will work on a group of data. It will take a group of data as an input and it will produce the output after that. Now, what is the syntax to use the statistics module? As we already know, before using the functions within a particular module, we need to import that module. So import can be done in the following ways, like import statistics. As I write import statistics, what will happen? All the functions related to the statistics module will come and you are ready to use all those modules. But if you want only some selected modules or selected functions from the statistics module, then you can use this syntax, like from statistics import, and after that you need to give the name of the functions separated by commas. Or if you want to give a new name to the word statistics, then you can use the as keyword, like import statistics as alias name. For example, if I write import statistics as s, then for calling each and every function of the module statistics, we need to write s. That means the word statistics will be replaced by s from now on if we go and follow the third syntax. So let's move on. See, there are various functions within the statistics module, but as per the syllabus, we are going to discuss three important measures of central tendency, which are mean, median and mode. So let's discuss them one by one. We'll begin with the concept of mean. Now, what is the meaning of the word mean? As you have already got in class 9, mean means the word mean means average. Okay, average means we need, let's say we take some values, let's say 3, 2 and 4, and you are asked to find out the mean of these three numbers. So what we will do, we will add all the observations 3, 2 and 4 and we will divide it by the total number of observations. How many observations are here? We have a total of 3 observations here. So we'll add them and divide it by 3. So finally we'll get 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 it is 9. So 9 by 3, ultimately we'll get 3 as the result. Now this is computed manually. Now, how to compute it with the help of Python programming language, we'll be seeing this. But before that, let's go to the mathematical calculation part. So, what is mean? Mean of a group of value indicates the average value of the set of values. If we have a set of value and you are asked to find out the mean, it means you are asked to find out the average value. And average can be found out by sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations, as I discussed just now with the help of an example. Now, for example, if we take some numbers, let's say 4, 8, 3.5 and 7, and you need to find out the mean of these numbers mathematically, then you will do in this form. You will add all the values of the data set and divide it by the number of values. How many values are here? Here we have 4 values, so we'll divide it by 4. And ultimately, After calculation, we'll get the result as 5.625. Now that's about the mathematics part. How to implement in the Python programming language. So for implementing the same thing via the Python programming language, at first we need to import the statistics module. Why import of statistics module is necessary? Because the function mean, median and mode, these are present within the statistics module. So I have imported the statistics module. Now we are ready to use the mean function. So but before that we need to pass on the data set in the form of a list. So let's write x equals to 4, 8, 3.5, comma 7. And then for finding out the mean, I'll write statistics dot mean, and within bracket I'm writing here x. Why x? X has all the data sets together. Now after that, if as I press the enter key, I'll get the result as 5.625. Now let's implement it in Python and see if it matches with the computed result or not. So before doing any other thing, we have to at first import the statistics module, and after that we need to pass some data. Let's say we pass the data as 3, 2 and 4. Let's say I'll pass 3, 2, 4. After that we need to find out the mean of this data. So mean function is located within the statistics module. So how we will proceed? We'll proceed in the following form: statistics dot mean within bracket x, and as I press the enter key, I am getting the result as 3. Now if you compare it with my computed result, in the computed part also I got 3 itself as the result, and upon verification via the Python programming language also I am getting 3 as the result. Let's move on to the next measure of central tendency, which is the median. The word median means the middle value. Okay, so median of a group of value indicates the middle value among a set of values. Now if you are given a set of value and you are asked to find out the median, then you are basically asked to find out the middle value. There are two cases to find out the median, and based on whether the number of observations are odd or even, we will take a different approach. Now there is one condition for using median. The condition is that for using median, mathematically the data should be arranged in ascending or descending order. If the data is not arranged in ascending or descending order, you cannot calculate the median mathematically. Now there are two formulas for finding out the median. One, if the number of observation is odd. Odd means if you have 1 observation or 3 observation or 5 observation and so on, then you need to find out the median by this formula. Median equals to n plus 1 by 2th observation. So n plus 1 by 2th observation will be the median if the number of observations is odd. What is meant by n plus 1 by 2th? I'm coming to it in details after a few minutes. N means the total number of observations. If you have 3 observations, then n will be 3. Now if the number of values in the data set is even, like 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, then for finding out the median you have to apply a different formula, which is median equals to n by 2th plus n by 2 plus 1th observations divided by 2. That means if the number of values in the data sets is even, then you have to find out the mean of n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th observations. Now let's try to understand what I mean by whatever I have spoken till now regarding median. So let's say we take, I'm going to discuss about median. Let's say I'm taking 3 data values 8, 3 and 4. Here let's find out n. N means the number of observations. How many observations are here? We have 3 observations. 3 is odd or even? 3 is odd. So we will give the formula for odd and find out the median. So when n is odd, then median is the n plus 1 by 2th observation. What is an n is 3? 3 plus 1 by 2th observation means 4 by 2th observation, that is you will get second observation as the result. What is the second observation here? 3 is the second observation here. Okay, so let me verify it in the Python programming language. See, statistics module is already imported. If you import a module once for the entire session, that module will be available for you to use. So if I write here statistics, okay, at first I need to define it. Let's say x equals to, yeah, also one more thing. See, before finding out the median, I forgot to mention one thing. It will be converted to ascending or descending order internally by Python. So it will be converted as 3, 4 and 8. Now you have number of observation as 3. So here we have n plus 1 by 2th observation, that is second observation. Sorry, now the second observation is how much? Second observation is 4. So you will get 4 as the result. Sorry, I missed this part. Whatever input you will give, internally Python will be converting it into ascending or descending order. That means the necessary condition for finding out the median is that data should be in sorted order. So let's give the data as 8, 3, 4. Data is not in sorted order, even then Python will find it out. So if I write now statistics dot mean x, I am getting the result as 5. Yeah, sorry, I want to find out the median. Yeah, sorry, I have to write statistics dot median x, I am getting the result as 4. If I verify it with my computed result, you will see that in the computed result also I am getting 4 itself. Okay, now let's go to the second case of median. Now let's say you have even number of observations. Let's say 8, 3, 4, 1. First step, Python will internally convert it into ascending or descending order. Let's say Python will convert it into ascending order. So converting it into ascending order will get 1, 3, 4, 8. Now find out the number of observations. How many observations we have here? We have 4 observations. It is odd or even? It is even. So for even, what was the formula? If the number of observations is even, then we need to apply this formula. Median means n by 2th plus n by 2 plus 1th observations divided by 2. Now what is n by 2th observation? N is 4, 4 by 2 is second observation. Which is second observation? 3 is the second observation. Now we need to find out n by 2 plus 1th observation. N by 2 we have already found out to be how much? N by 2 is your second observation. 2 plus 1, that is third observation. What is present in the third observation in the sorted data set? We have 4 here. Okay, now median is the mean of these two observations. Therefore, I'll have to add the second observation 3 and the third observation 4. So 3 plus 4 by 2. 4 plus 3 is how much? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 2. That is the result should be 3.5. Now let's go and implement it in Python. So for that, let me pass the data now. So x equals to, let's say I'll pass 8, 3, 4, 1. Here also it is not in a sorted manner, but Python will internally sort it out. And after that, for using the median, I'll just call the statistics dot median x and I'll press the enter key. I'm getting the result how much? I'm getting the result as 3.5. If you compare it with my computed result, here also I am getting how much? Here also I am getting 3.5 as the result. Okay. Now you need not know the mathematical part while going for programming, but for understanding it properly, you should know how it is working in the background. Okay. That's about the median. Let's quickly go through the examples which we have already done. So in case of odd number of observations, import statistics. Let's say I am giving x equals to 8, 3, 4, and for calling the function, I have written statistics.median x. So I am getting the result as 4. How I have got 4? I have already explained it to you. Now in case of even number of observations, let's say here I have given a new name to the word statistics. It's not mandatory to give a new name to the word statistics, but if you give a new name to the word statistics, then you have to use the as keywords. Therefore, I have written import statistics as s. After that, we have defined our data, and then for finding out the median, I have written as.median a. Why? Because our data is present in the variable a. After that, by using the formulas which we have already mentioned in the previous slide, I have got the result as 3.5. How I have got the result as 3.5? That also I have verified with the help of the actual calculations. Now let's go to the last measure of central tendency, which is the mode. So what is mode? The most frequently occurring observation among a group of observation is called mode. Now if you have a group of observation, and among that, if some observations are repeated, which observation is repeated the highest number of times, it is known as the mode. There is a necessary condition for mode. The necessary condition for using mode is that there must be no equally repeated observation. That means you will understand it with the help of an example. So if I write import statistics as S and give this set of values, and after that if I write s.mode A, I'll get an error. If you read the error says no unique mode found 4 equally common values. Now mode should return the value with the highest number of repetition, but here 8, 3, 4, 1 all are repeated the same number of times, that is 1. Therefore you cannot find out the mode, therefore Python is returning an error here. Similarly, if I write 8, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4 and press then I'll call the mode function, then also I am getting an error here, because here how will Python find out the mode? Here as you can see, 3 is repeated 2 times and 4 is repeated how many times? 4 is also repeated 2 times. Since both the observations are repeated 2 times, but we cannot get 2 results as the answer, therefore you will get an error in this case. So you should remember the condition for using mode, which is there must be no equally repeated observation. So yeah, let's go to some examples related to mode. So for that, let's import the statistics module. Import statistics as S. Then these are the values. Here you can see 3 has been repeated how many times? 2 times. And we are getting a unique result. Therefore, upon calling s.mode A, I'll get the result as 3, because 3 has been repeated the maximum number of times. There is an exception which is unique only for the mode function in statistics. Now the mode function is unique in that sense that all the other measures of central tendency and all the other functions within the statistics module uses only numeric data as an input, but mode can take non-numeric data like string also as an input. So if I write x equals to red, blue, blue, red, green, red, red, now here you can see red has been repeated 3 times, blue has been repeated 2 times, then green has been repeated 1 time. So are we getting a unique result? Yes, the maximum number of repetition is by the word red. So if I write as.mode x, then I'll get the result as how much? I'll get the result as red here. So let's go and implement it in the Python programming language. So if I write, let's import statistics by a new name, but it's not mandatory. You can just do it or by the statistics module itself. statistics, import statistics as. If I give a new name, then what happens? The calling becomes shorter and you will be able to complete in less number of times. So if I write x equals to let's say 9, 3, okay, I have to enclose it within the bracket braces. 9, 3, 2, let's say I'll write 6 and 3, 2, 3. Okay. Here if I give x dot mode, sorry, I have to call via the statistics module, which is referred to by the name as. So if I give s dot mode x and press the enter key, here I'm getting the result as 3. Why 3? Because 3 has been repeated the maximum number of times, that is 3 times, and 2 has been repeated 2 times and others has been repeated only 1 time. So there is no question of ambiguity. We are getting a unique result, therefore no error. But if I write x equals to let's say 8, 4, 7, 4, let's say 8, okay, and then if I write as dot mode x, now I am getting an error. Why? Because as you can see here, 8 has been repeated 2 times, 4 has been repeated 2 times and 7 has been repeated one time. So Python got confused which result to display, as mode function returns only one result, therefore I am getting an error. If you just read the error, you can find out the error says that no unique mode, found two equally common values. Therefore, while passing the input, take care that the number of repetitions, take care of the number of repetitions, otherwise you will get an error in case of ambiguity. Okay, also as I have already said, mode can work on strings also. So if I write x equals to, let's say, a, z, c, a, okay, so and then if I write s dot mode x, I am getting the result as a. Why am I getting the result as a? Because a has been repeated the maximum number of times, that is 2 times. So this is unique property of mode, that is it can take string also as an input. But if you use string as an input in case of mean and median, you will get an error. Now let's solve a practical application for the purpose of revising the concepts that are being taught till now. So read the question. What does the question says? The question says that consider the list x equals to 843213 and write a program in Python to calculate the mean, median and mode from the dataset. So the dataset is given. From this dataset we have to find out the mean, median and mode in a single program itself. Therefore, I'll be writing in the script mode, not interactive mode, because I require to run more than one line of code here. So here at first I have to import the statistics module, import statistics as s. After that I have to pass on the dataset, which is x equals to 8, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay. After that, what we need to do for keeping mean, let's take a variable me. So me equals to s dot mean x. So it will find out the mean. After that, for finding out the median, let's give the variable name as med. So s dot median x. So it will find out the median and store it in the variable med. Now we need to find out the mode. So for that, let's give the variable mo. Mo equals to s dot mode x. Okay. Now our results are ready and they are being stored in the variable me, med and mo for mean, median and mode respectively. Now for displaying the values, we need to display these variables. So let's display these variables like, let's say, mean, comma, mean is stored in the variable me. Then in the next line, let's display the median. Median is stored in the variable med, and then in the next line let's display the mode, and we see that mode is being stored in the variable mo. Now let's save this program. Okay, I'll just save it by some name. Let's say stat try and press the enter key. Now I shall run this program. Now as I run it, I am getting the mean, median and mode of the given set of data. Mean has been calculated and stored in the variable me, median has been calculated and stored in the variable med, and mode has been calculated and stored in the variable mo. For mode, if you can just see, 3 has been repeated 2 times and all others are not repeated. Therefore, I am getting the mode as 3. Upon calculation, we will find out the median as 3 and mean is the sum of all the observations by total number of observations. Okay, so if we can just look at the slide, this was the question and the source code, and this is the output here. Okay, so now all the topics related to introduction to Python modules have been covered. Okay, I hope that these sessions were useful. Thank you very much.